And now, ladies and gentlemen, a touch of the past, present, and future, Vernon and Ryan.
Blackface. The birth of racial stereotypes for Black Americans. Blackface minstrel shows are one of the most popular forms of American entertainment for 80 years, since 1840. Minstrelsies featured white actors painted with black faces, portraying what society perceived as black. In later years, black performers did the same. It's believed that there's a minstrel mentality that has evolved over time within Black entertainment today.
Yes, definitely. The images of perhaps the Sambo, the Coon, the minstrel, they are all very much present in entertainment today, particularly in popular culture in movies. I mean, for a long time, Martin Lawrence, that was his entire career. I think he was being a buffoon. Why do we have to have that? You know, why do we have to be singing and dancing and entertaining to the exclusion of being serious actors?
I definitely think that there is a stereotype placed on Black people, especially Black women. In reality shows, you have like Love and Hip Hop, or R&B divas on TV One, or Real Housewives of Atlanta, Bad Girls Club, stuff like that, where they're seen as the loud, obnoxious, ghetto ones. And even
in Black entertainment today, there are often actors and performers that perpetuate negative stereotypes. Black women are often depicted only as loud, outrageous, and sassy, as well as Black men being depicted as thugs or criminals, which represents all Black Americans in a negative context.
What you see is how you're going to interact with the group, and the way that Black people are portrayed in media is not the most positive. Like even here on this campus, you encounter like a lot of first-year students who have never met a Black person before, and the first time they ever saw a Black person was like, the only time they've ever seen a Black person was in the news in trouble for something, and then you don't really see the positive side, and if there is a positive side, it's like only for 10 seconds, but then there's another news story to talk about. So yeah, it definitely brings about a certain mentality, and it's very prevalent in our society.
Not only are Black Americans being portrayed in a negative way, Black Americans are hardly being portrayed at all. From 2007 to 2012, in the top films, 12.4% of speaking characters were portrayed by Black actors, compared to 75.8% of white actors. 40% of the top films in 2012 featured Black characters as less than 5% of the entire cast, while only 9% of films featured Black actors as 12 to 14.9%.
I mean, sensationalizing very narrow representations, period. And when you do that for Black women, I'm going to use that as an example because representations, they see themselves very narrowly represented. If you think about just the word Black itself, you know, what are the connotations of Black? It's always sort of bad, it's evil, you get blackballed, you get blackmailed, you get the sort of black magic versus white magic. So to have the association of Black being negative, that too has followed us, you know, as a country, as a society, and in entertainment. I think that's probably why I like this show Blackish, because we're playing with that language a bit. And I'm not sure if we could ever turn that definition to be more positive. Now, this is history for you all, but some of us lived through it, the whole Black Power movement, because prior to that we were Negroes. And then James Brown, bless his heart, may he rest in peace, came out with Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. And that was in response to the Civil Rights Movement, and it really was taking a pejorative term and making it more positive and connecting it with our racial identity.
But to insist on only these negative stories is to flatten my experience and to overlook the many other stories that formed me. The single story creates stereotypes. And the problem with stereotypes is not that they are untrue, but that they are incomplete. They make one story become the only story.
Where are we going